Hello and welcome to Cutting to the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben and this week I'm hanging out with Gaz.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about the Tartarian Empire. And that's nothing to do with scampi and chips. Because I was quite disappointed.
Tartarian.
Do you like they invented the tartar sauce?
I thought they invented tartar sauce. I thought there was an empire built upon it.
Bunch of tarts.
But no,
Did they invent anything that's tart related? Strawberry tarts, lemon tarts?
Not that we're aware of, but they had a very highly advanced civilization, so I'd imagine they'd have had some kind of tart-like confectionery available.
Yes.
The tartar condiment.
and tartar condiments, yeah.
Which is the only proof we have to this day of their actual existence, isn't it?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's actually a limited supply of tartar sauce. We don't know how to make it anymore. We just dip it into their vats.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start harvesting it.
From what?
Well, I'm just hoarding it, I mean.
Oh.
No, in case it runs out.
That's a good idea.
I think so.
Anyway, well, thanks for new returning listeners, and then we'll get on with the main topic. Where shall I start on the list? Cairo in Egypt. The Hague in, it's Holland, isn't it?
Yep.
St Albans in France. Hackettstown, Portland State in the US. Hagen in Germany. Nassau in, where's that, Mike?
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas, fantastic. Someone's on holiday listening to us.
Lucky buggers.
Houston in the US, Madrid in Spain, Querétaro City in Mexico, Johnston and Chicago in the US, Minsk in Belarus, Mumbai in India, Milwaukee and Maumelle in the US, Copenhagen in Denmark, Astana, where's it Astana, Mike? Come on, flagman.
Kazakhstan. He's nice. Yaksi mash.
My sister.
Oh, they're forever going to be known as the Borat country, aren't they?
They are. Yeah.
Nothing they can do now, is there?
No.
Bogota in Colombia, Toronto in Canada, West Chicago in the US, Frankfurt am Main in Germany, Dublin, Ireland, Boardman in the US, Council Bluffs and Fremont in America, Birmingham in the UK, Guadalajara, Spain, Falkenstein in Germany, Phoenix, San Jose and Los Angeles in the US. Thank you very much. Tell a friend. Follow us on Facebook, Cutting the Ball in the Post-Truth Apocalypse, YouTube Apocalypse Ball, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. Cutting Through the Ball in the PTA.
Yes. Tell a friend, tell a phone, tell a hooker. And
Yeah.
It'll soon get round.
Are we big in the sex worker community, do you think?
Oh, yes. I always leave a leaflet.
Your calling card.
Yeah. Check out the pod.
Wait, you get business cards?
Well, always spreading the word.
Yeah, come on, we haven't got business cards.
You know.
I need to work on this.
Yeah.
So, the Tartarian Empire, well, let's say conspiracy theory and be generous, is commonly referred to as the Tartaria theory, has gained traction online in recent years, the last 8 or 9 in particular. This is actually younger than QAnon.
I don't know, I think it goes back to 1998 online.
I had heard that it was quite a new one. Well, it's gained traction online in recent years, particularly among alternative history enthusiasts or gullible cunts.
Hey,
You're off the fence already then, are you? Take it. Give it a chance.
I'm into alternative history because the mainstream are full of shit and they won't budge. They lie.
Well, I'm giving you from both points. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Well, no, you're not.
I am off the fence. I don't think this one's particularly well thought out.
Well, we usually do that at the end, don't we?
Don't spaff your load yet.
Too late. At its core, the theory suggests that a vast and technologically advanced global civilization known as Tartaria or the Tartarian Empire once existed but has been systematically erased from history by a global cabal of ruling elites.
Yes, that tracks.
The idea pulls together elements from fringe archaeology, pseudo-history, architectural anomalies, and even weather manipulation theories. So let's break down the major components of the Tartarian conspiracy theory and the alleged evidence. The theory takes its name from Tartary, a real term used historically in European maps and writings from the 13th to 19th centuries to describe a vast, vaguely defined region in Central and Northern Asia. The people there were generally referred to as Tartars. However, Tartary was never a unified empire, rather a catch-all term used by Europeans for lands they just didn't fully understand and couldn't be asked to go to.
Quite far away.
But they do go quite a way back. They're the Middle Ages. They used to get it. They want to give the Romans a bit of a hard time as well at one point, coming off the. I'm not sure. Either way, they were around in the Middle Ages as a people. You know, they're a bit like the Mongols and that with the bows and arrows on horses, what have you. This conspiracy theory repurposes the historical vagueness to argue that Tartaria was actually a highly advanced global civilization whose history has been erased. Big if true. So major claims, if you go in for this, is advanced lost civilization. Proponents argue that Tartaria is an ancient civilization with high technology, including free energy harnessed by atmospheric electricity.
Like Tesla.
Well, that's been, that's it, isn't it? I mean, he figured it out.
Yeah, so maybe they figured it out first.
Possible.
Bickety bam. Look at that.
I'm not saying that there's never been an advanced civilization before man. Let's just point that out. This one...
You're saying there definitely is, or you're not sure? Are you open to the idea?
I'm open to the idea.
Yeah.
I don't think that we've been the only civilization, to be honest. And there's older stuff out there than we haven't got a clue about, and mainstream archaeology doesn't always like to admit there's older than fits the timeline.
There are those out-of-place artefacts, aren't there?
And, when the Earth shifts about and, volcanoes, earthquakes, etc., etc.
There's like
Tectonic plates.
geographical evidence of huge, devastating floods that would have just destroyed everything in their path.
Yep. If you went for Noah, we would have been extinct.
But
You mean Noah in the spaceship, though? Spaceship Noah.
Noah, I believe his second name was Schwarzenegger.
Really?
Yes.
Right.
And he was a right oak of a man.
Yeah.
And he survived, and we're all descendants from him.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
That's my version.
Is that the official King James Bible version?
I would like to see Schwarzenegger, because he's quite grey now. I'd like to see him play Noah. And he's like beats the fuck out of a load of other people.
You try and get on his arm?
Yeah, trying to get on the ark. You can see him carrying big bits of wood like in Commando.
Yeah.
The animals go with 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The animals go.
Running around with a zebra under his arm at one point, trying to get it on the boat.
Yeah. It'd be great. You make friends with the animals.
Oh, it's got everything.
Yeah. You punch some rain in the face. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Noah. I just think it would be
They tried to do a Noah film, didn't
a
they?
big hit. I never watched it. Is
No, I
it
didn't.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah, I heard it was terrible.
Yeah, no, I never watched it.
I'm never likely to.
No, me neither.
But if it was Arnie, we would have watched it.
Well, if it was Arnie Boot, I'm there. That's exactly. So if you're out there listening, producers, whoever's listening in LA, if you're not a rioter, if you're in the industry, come on. We want to print money.
We've got loads of good ideas, to be fair.
Hit us up.
Well, the evidence left behind for this free
Yeah.
energy harnessed through the atmospheric electricity is all the spires on top of buildings, old buildings.
Right.
And they're saying that somehow the way they're built with the stone and that and resonates and somehow it conducts electricity.
Were these like the Tesla towers?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
A lot of them are gold topped as well. And obviously gold's good
How
for
do we know about
conducting electricity.
So you're saying some of their buildings?
They're that's their buildings that still. Some of their buildings still remain.
Where are their buildings that remain?
All dotted all around the world, aren't they, man?
Yes, this is what it's a global empire.
Okay.
Some parts of the silliness of this are like Chicago is just there, just built, and people find it and then go and live in the ruins, and they tear down the older buildings. Or in the case of Chicago, I believe there was a fire which destroyed a lot of the city at one point. And that was obviously staged to remove the evidence
But their theory
of
is also
Tartarian architecture.
that there's been a lot of fires in a lot of cities.
That's very true.
Yeah. And they're saying it wasn't accidental, it was planned to get rid of this Tartarian infrastructure.
That's the
So-
plot to Batman Begins.
Yeah.
All the the Great Fire of London was this criminal organisation.
I never
But
thought
right-
about that, you're right, yeah.
So I can go and touch a Tartarian building.
If there's
Right
any
now.
left.
There's a few dotted about still, yeah.
Yes, they're photographs of these
Yeah.
things. Right. Well, then they're real, then, aren't they?
Well, it depends if you want to trust the historical record, doesn't it? Let's say that one of them is like an ancient cathedral or something. You got the spire on the top, blah blah blah. You could say, well, we know that was built in 1307 to 1408 because
By these masons.
by these masons, and it was paid for by this organisation.
But apparently that's all falsified.
But that's falsified, and it was there. It was there, basically they just found it.
Right.
We're like, oh, look at that! That looks great.
Why has no one noticed it before?
Well, as we spread out
forgotten
as a
over generations,
civilization,
right?
we go
It's just a
exploring.
big grand building with spires just in the middle of nowhere.
And a city around it, you know.
Well, they're saying that it's also ties in with the school education. They got control of that, and they force-fed us false information as kids,
Right.
false history. So we've forgotten our past
Why didn't anyone want us to know about the tarts?
because they want to keep us dumbed down,
They don't want
sell us fossil fuels.
How would my knowledge of the Tartarians affect my life in any way, shape,
Well, if
or
we
form?
knew how to harness free electricity, or goodbye to the
Well, I know
fossil
that
fuel companies.
Tesla could have done that, but just killed him instead.
Yeah.
And
Well,
stole-
broke his mind and
Well, yeah.
stuck him in a hotel room.
Stole all his papers. Well, I'm just saying, if I found out they were real, it would just be like all the other millions of things about history that I don't know.
Huh.
I'd be like, oh right,
Well, yeah.
what other technology did they have?
Well, apparently they had advanced construction techniques, possibly including anti-gravity or sound-based methods.
Now you're talking.
And that's because and a global infrastructure and architecture well beyond the supposed capabilities of pre-industrial societies. So let's start with the anti-grav or sound-based methods. We haven't got really any evidence of that. That's pure speculation. I guess the evidence is the buildings themselves. They couldn't have built that back then. They must have had anti-grav technology.
All the best theories are built on nothing but white hot speculation. Well, I'm gonna do a live research. I want to see a Tartarian building.
To me, most of them buildings just look like European Gothic architecture or copying the Roman and ancient Greek.
That's because you bought the lies. We've been fed to you.
Yes. Well,
God damn it, not again.
why would you burn down all these? Why would it matter if we knew who built them? I don't care who built them. I go past a million buildings and I never think, oh, who built that? I just thinking, oh, I hope I survived today.
Would you not go up the pyramids and think, I wonder who built them?
Well, I do that when I look at a picture of them, yes. Well, I know who built them. It was ancient giant people. Or something.
I thought it was the Jewish guys.
Oh, careful.
That's what the Bible says, isn't it? That's why they fled Egypt and...
Touchy subject at the moment, don't talk
Saying.
about them.
Are you going on with what the Bible says, Gaz? And then a global infrastructure and architecture well beyond the supposed capabilities of pre-industrial societies, but it's just European Gothic architecture and then some Middle Eastern dome stuff and...
But didn't it stand out like these mega beautiful modern buildings with like fucking shitty mud huts all around them? Was nobody suspicious?
I wonder where them come from.
Right. How did they do that?
Yeah. Well, they knew,
That's
but
new.
obviously over generations, because
Just
they've lied
killed
to us in the
everyone.
schools.
Obviously the church has probably covered it up as well.
Whoa. What have they got to do with this? Don't slander them.
Well, they're a massive wealth
There's no...
They're a massively wealthy part of the country. They have a
No.
say at the highest levels of government.
You've got no proof whatsoever that they burnt any of these buildings down.
They burn enough fucking scientists and other people. I don't think a building's going to bother them too much.
Have you heard about the World's Fairs and all that they used to have?
Back in the day,
Yeah.
with all the tech and stuff.
Yeah.
First one was in,
Oh God, I don't know.
I believe it was in Crystal Palace in 1870 something. 18. There's a Crystal Palace. It's called Crystal Palace. They built a massive glass greenhouse.
Yes.
But all that was just fake, just to hide these buildings that were built by the Tartarians and claim for themselves. And then they were demolished.
That's nonsensical.
That's the argument.
Who's coming up with this stuff?
Well,
Reddit. That's who's coming up with it. Message boards on Reddit and 4chan.
it goes back to one YouTuber back in 1998, apparently.
Fucking hell.
And he got it from... It's some Russian sort of propagandist, some alternative history geek in Russia.
You just saw Tartars on the map and thought, oh, that's a bunch of people there.
Yeah, and he says that the Soviet Union...
Oh, the Soviets covered it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Russian enough.
Those pesky Soviets.
Which we have got a bit of evidence for, kind of.
Are you telling me we've got evidence of a poorly censored Russian Soviet Russian photograph?
And it's some leaked CIA documents.
Right.
The CIA had to be involved, didn't they?
Okay, read the full document number, Ben. I'm joking.
Well, it was approved for release on the 24th of the 8th, 1999. I'll read you the highlighted part. Quote, for example, on the 9th of August 1944, the Central Committee of the Communist Party, sitting in Moscow, issued a directive ordering the party's Tatar Provincial Committee to proceed to a scientific revision of the history of Tartaria to liquidate serious shortcomings and mistakes of a nationalist character committed by individual writers and historians in dealing with Tatar history. In other words, Tatar history was to be rewritten.
There you go.
You could argue that because the Tatars are a people, they live on the Russian steppes, where it's all flat and grassy. They're a bunch of people who ride around horses.
That's why it's on the maps, isn't it?
That's why it's on the maps. That's where they are. Right?
It's just a catch-all for that area.
But this, to me, just says that this is Stalin being his paranoid self and going, well, we don't want them to be a pro-independent people. Rewrite their history to make them more compliant and subservient to what they've got now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that says to me.
And me. It doesn't necessarily say it was an advanced civilization, does it?
No.
With energy weapons. No, I mean energy technology.
But apparently this is the document they all point to as main evidence for it.
Well, they're clustering at straws, aren't they? Clutching at straws, I should say.
Because didn't they do this in Soviet Russia a lot?
Yeah.
So like Ukraine was usually an independent nation, and then they obviously took it over and just destroyed Ukrainian society and rebuilt them in a Russian image.
That's what we did, isn't it? With the Welsh and we tried
Yeah,
to do
well,
the
you know,
Scottish and Irish
but
as
they
well.
were uppity.
Well, you know.
The Welsh have
It
accepted
always
it
happened
pretty
the
well.
same with the Romans, wasn't it?
You know,
Every conquering civilization, that's what they do.
well, people don't like being conquered. It's an issue,
Yes. But
That's it.
which is why usually you
If
have
they-
to put down the rebellions with force, convert them to your religion, makes them more. You gotta. Let's say Romans, for example. You gotta Romanize them, haven't you?
Cool.
That's what you have to do, and that's what the British did in India as well as conquer. We Briticised their aristocracy, and in return they Indianised us a little bit.
we got some lovely restaurants out of it.
Basically made the curry one of our national dishes, plus stole a load of words from their language.
Pajamas.
One of them. If I was some kind of British diplomat,
Veranda.
I'd have gone
Jungle.
I would have
Jungle.
gone native. I'd have started dressing in the clothes and had an Indian wife on the side.
You'd have been stabbed to death at some point. By an angry beggar.
Can't I just be governor of an Indian province in peace? You just go native with my Indian wives.
Well, this is a new fantasy of yours. So you wanted to go back to the colonial times when we were conquering India.
I know, when it's all
And you
settled.
want a big house with a veranda.
Province.
And slaves
I want to,
working
no,
the land.
there's no slavery at this point. It's
Right.
gone.
Well, there's low-paid workers.
They're
isn't
still
there?
being paid.
You could shoot them if they misbehave.
No, we're going to do that. And then, I run the province and I go native. I start dressing like an Indian. I have a few native wives.
You'll be killed.
It was a common thing.
You'll be killed.
It was a common thing.
They'll stone you at some point.
Well, and I still have redcoats, guys. I'm stupid.
Well.
I still have soldiers.
I just think you'd be better off in a nice sleepy village in England.
That would be quite picturesque at the time, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Old
Certainly-
thatched cottage roof.
That's where I'd rather be.
But then Ben isn't like king of his domain.
Yeah.
As he would be there, that's why he wants to be
Yeah,
that.
I know. He wants to rule with an iron fist.
I never said anything about an iron fist, did
He
I?
said several
He said
wives.
redcoats.
Red
Well,
coats.
you still got
Stormtroopers.
you still got to have soldiers to keep the peace because they're acting as the police as well. I've gone native.
Because they don't want you there,
I've
that's why.
I've embraced Indian culture. I'm eating the food. I've got.
You'd
Indian
never eat
wine.
the food. You don't eat the food now.
It's a different time, Mike. It's a different Ben.
You get dengue fever dead in a week.
Probably. I don't think I'd do well in the tropical heat.
You spent 2 weeks shitting your soul out. You know, I'm going back on the first fucking boat. Fuck this place.
Probably. The mosquitoes would do me head in too.
Oh God, no. It'd be hell on earth.
Well, either way, I just think this is
Oh, yeah, back to
CIA
the
document.
subject.
I think this is, starting rewriting history because he was
also,
a paranoid son of a bitch.
We also don't really know or have any way of proving that that is a real CIA document, do we?
No, we are trusting the internet on this.
Yeah, some Reddit fella could have written it.
I think there is a link. I've seen a link to the full.
Okay. On their
like a full,
website. The CIA.
12-page thing.
Well-
I didn't read it though. It's,
Possibly.
All right, I just skimmed through it. But
Yeah,
I
that's for the
skimmed through, I
read.
just saw it. I saw it was like 12 pages. It's like,
Look.
we've got the summary, and that'll do.
That's it. The listener, it's for you to do the real research and the legwork. We're just inspiring you
But this
by
is
being
it.
lazy.
No, this is it.
Yeah.
But now we're here to pique the interest.
Yeah, we're too high to go in depth.
There's only so much you can do in an hour.
That's it.
Yeah.
So one of the main pieces of evidence is the presence of elaborate and monumental architecture all over the world, especially structures with massive domes and spires, orphaned columns, oversized doors with and windows, so-called giant doors, intricate facades using techniques allegedly beyond 19th century capabilities. So they're going up quite a way if they're saying, up to the 19th century, these buildings were still here and we're using them. And
So these people saying though that these buildings are a lot older than the official story says they are.
yeah, so the U.S. Capitol building, the original U.S. Capitol building, is one of these, and you're like, so the Americans just found that and then lied about building it themselves. This is what the theory gets at. It's the Capitol building in the U.S.
Yeah.
is
Tartarian.
Tartarian, and then there was a fire. They burnt it down to remove the evidence, and then built the new one. But they also lied and said they built the old one too.
And the Russian government is responsible for burning these all down around the world.
No,
No.
this is the global cabal.
Yeah.
Oh, the global cabal.
Yeah.
The Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Reptilians,
Rothschilds.
the Rothschilds are around at this point.
Yeah.
Rothschild. Rothschild.
And so the US, St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow, Gilded Age architecture in cities like Chicago, San Francisco and St. Petersburg, Old World buildings in countries colonised by Europeans like India, the Philippines and Morocco. So when the British went to India and we built buildings, we thought,
We didn't build them.
we didn't build them, no. We didn't build them in the style at the time.
No, we found them.
We
And
found them and went, oh, that's the style of the time. We love that.
It's the Taj Mahal. Tartarian. It
Well,
has lots of domes.
It's got domes. You might be right. It might well be.
Was it a power station?
Possibly.
Well,
I'd
that's
like
pretty
to go-
famous. We know who built that, don't we? He built it for his.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no, you know you're swallowing the propaganda now.
You were lied to at school.
Of course. Damn.
To
Wasted my own
protect
petard.
your own tartar.
Yeah. So yeah, when the Europeans went places, they never thought, let's build stuff in a style of home because it looks nice and it's strong. No, oh, how convenient. That's like what we've got at home.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
other Tartarian buildings that we discovered.
But Cuthbert, you must not tell anyone that this building was here. We'll build around it,
Yes, and then burn it down later on.
and no one will ever question, where did that big fancy building in the middle come from?
So by that logic, it's like literally people just like, say they're going west in America, right? Wagon train times. And they just come across like a completely abandoned Tartarian city with the spires and the churches and all of this. And they just go, oh, let's live there.
We'd have heard about this.
To be fair, they probably had to dig it out the mud first.
Yeah, but unless it's been eroded by years, thousands of years of
It's been
wind.
protected by the mud.
Yeah, but mud gets eroded. Thousands of
No,
years.
it's under the mud.
Yeah, but thousands of years of rain.
It's under the mud. It's not going to be
We
affected by
just
the
get
weather, is it?
build more and more build up on top
Only
of it.
several feet.
'Cause apparently there was a massive mud flood, wasn't there?
And this is what gets me about the whole reason why the Tartarian Empire fell, Gaz.
Mud.
It's a global, worldwide empire, and it's
Yes.
defeated by a flood of mud.
To be honest, that would fucking ruin your day.
If they're that advanced, why can't they stop the mud?
Well, if
They're
they,
meant
They've
to
got
anti-grav.
anti-gravity technology. They could just turn that on their side and just repel the mud.
perhaps it happened overnight
Well,
as they all slept.
what's the mud? The mud got a Trojan horse all
Just
of a sudden.
imagine
I mean,
it coming pelting down at
mud
you
doesn't
know.
do that, though.
We've never seen a
Mudslides.
giant mudslide. It comes really fast with rocks in it and water, and it's deadly.
Across the entire globe.
Yeah, cause
At the same time.
a meteorite.
Everywhere.
Meteorite.
Meteorite. But the meteorite's got the same sort of impact as an
Meteorite.
atomic weapon.
Bang.
Flash of heat, the water evaporates around it, there's no mudslides.
I don't know, Ben. I wasn't there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do science.
Well, I'm not a scientist. I'm a journalist who specialises in smut.
Smut peddler.
Yes, yes. I am a smut merchant. Oh dear. Right.
Okay, so the mud flood theory. Some of the evidence involves many buildings have lower floors or windows below ground, which are said to be evidence of buildings buried by a worldwide cataclysm.
Isn't it just evidence of a basement?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
There is some evidence of some cities, and they've dug in. It's like another city underneath.
Right. Okay.
That there's a photo of that, and that is a fake
Is it
photo.
fake?
That was proved to be fake. Yeah.
You gotta
I've
be
seen that in
careful.
a lot of comic books and stuff.
I mean, don't get me right. There's precedents. Obviously, stuff is underneath Rome that they've built
Yeah,
on
it's
top
it's
of.
not uncommon to build on top of.
Yeah, but buildings don't go.
No, they don't. The Paris catacombs. And that's why Paris can't have skyscrapers, because the ground can't take the weight
Right.
that riddled out underneath it. So the ancient cities do have this vast underground network, and things have been built on top of. Yes, I get that, but not to the point where they've got a basement. Therefore, it must have been a mud flood
Well, that's how they used to move the adrenochrome back in the old days.
under the ground.
Yeah.
The lizard people.
Yeah, there was a whole network. Now they just send it on they send a foreign bloke on a little scooter.
What, an Uber Eats driver?
Yeah. It's way more inconspicuous.
It's it's this human resets, they're called, aren't they? Great resets, societal resets. But mud floods, I mean, across the entire globe.
Where did the
Is there enough
come
mud
from?
to do that?
Probably not.
Well, what if it was a mixture of like the ocean and the
It'd have to be a
ocean
tsunami,
floor?
maybe, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It's got to be a tsunami.
yeah. Which is mostly mud, mostly ocean floor. If the meteorite landed near the shore, maybe.
Well, your global killer is going to be the fucking one that hits the ocean, flash boils the seawater, and then turns the rest of it into a massive tsunami.
Yeah, that'll suck. Especially if you live on a little island. Oh.
Well, if it hits in the Atlantic, we've got Ireland in the way, and Wales.
I still think we might be fucked.
Well, yeah. But, you know, at least I can have the satisfaction of going, I hope Ireland stops it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, I hope Wales stops it.
There's a lot of mountains between us and
Yeah,
the
there
ocean.
is.
Yeah, we might be alright.
Well, we'll just go on top of the Wrekin. Like every other fucker that's got the same idea as us.
Oh, God. We're pushing fucking hippies off the top for fucking days on end. Oh, way are you coming with me into the new world? I'm not listening to you!
That photo there, that's the one.
Right.
That's not real.
Paris.
Yeah.
Looks like an excavation, doesn't it? You can see the old buildings underneath.
Yeah.
That's fake, is it?
Apparently that is fake, yes. I've seen that in several... But then again, Mike, am I swallowing the propaganda? Have I swallowed it? I'm listening to archaeologists on that, Mike. I could be wrong.
Where did they think the mud came from?
Well, I don't know.
I never found anything that said.
Just mud flood.
Wow. Well, just mud appearing out of thin air.
Events like the San Francisco earthquake of 1906 or supposedly suspicious fires were cover-up or resets. And the mud flood theory is often tied into Noah's flood, linking biblical and esoteric sources to the idea of cyclical cataclysms.
Yeah.
Cyclical cataclysms.
Yeah, we know all about them. Wiping out advanced civilizations and dinosaurs.
This is the thing, you see, you can say, okay, well, maybe an asteroid did it and there was a civilization here. But all the buildings aren't going to still be around. Something would have had to kill off all the people, surely.
Yeah,
What
I
we
think this
finding
one's
the
got-
That
remains.
would have been the blotting out the sun. Anything bigger than a cat died, didn't it?
Cataclysmic. Good, handy that the moon's there to protect us from...
It is a handy that spaceship's there to do that. Some theorists believe there have been one or more global resets, events where the world's population was replaced or reprogrammed and the past erased. Key ideas include the Great Reset. Long before the term gained traction in modern economic policy, it was used by Tartarian theorists to describe forced resets of civilization. But who's doing the forcing?
The ruling elite.
The WEF, or whatever they were called back then, when Klaus was just a wee boy, when he was a Padawan and not yet a Darth. Darth Schwab.
So it's not the reptilians, the Illuminati, the global cabal.
He had to quit, didn't he, Klaus Schwab?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's hope he dies soon. But yes, it was the equivalent of them back then. Whoever they were.
Bastards, clearly.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them die. I think they're all immortal. They just step back from public life.
Well, it's the adrenochrome.
There's apparently in the US, in Europe, in the mid 19th to early 20th century, there are things called orphan trains, and they are viewed as efforts to repopulate areas with children after previous civilizations were wiped out. Never heard of that before.
I've seen some pictures. Maybe they're fakes. I don't know.
Trains full of orphans.
Yeah.
Where are they taking them?
Out to the countryside.
Where all the Tartarians used to be.
Yeah, so let's say we use Chicago as an example, because that's the one that I came across the most when I was listening to podcasts about this. Like, we found this fucking city out in the middle of nowhere. It's spot on. Right, fill it with orphans. Build the rail tracks, fill it with orphans.
But in reality, it was orphans. They shipped them out, and families used to pick kids they wanted and they'd adopt them.
Right.
Oh, how bad would you feel if you'd been on like 3 or 4 orphan trains and no one wanted you?
Well, I just chucked myself under the orphan train.
Don't worry, little Jimmy, someone will adopt you one day.
As I'm sure many of them did. Or was it not started by, settlers?
Well, just people going out there and this looks alright, let's start in a town here.
We'll call it Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was already there.
It's already all there. Just all there?
Yep.
Just waiting?
Free electricity. I bet they've got it. They never figured out to switch that back on.
Is it the
Well,
world's
they didn't
first...
even have electrical devices to need it, though, did they?
Well, that's the issue, innit? They wouldn't have known what to do with it if it was there.
Yeah.
Would they?
No.
I suppose when Edison gets the light bulb, I suppose then you're going to notice it.
Oh, these silly bastards were too busy. I don't know what they were doing, shooting each other.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm just trying to think when Chicago was being invented.
Oh, when they had the mob. Oh, they had the mob, didn't you?
Yeah. Just people shooting each other. It's America.
That's
So-
pretty much what happens in it.
So they went to Chicago. So they went all the way from over by Russia
Yep.
to Chicago, built a city, but then somehow a mudslide wiped them out in Russia and in Chicago.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
This is what I mean.
But the mudslide didn't kill it. It wasn't enough because they then had to set it on fire and create an earthquake.
Yeah, they like to destroy the evidence once they've had their use out of it, kind of thing.
How did they create the earthquake?
Well, you're hoping there's an earth. I mean, San Francisco's built on a fault line anyway. There's going to be an earthquake there one day that fucking takes out that city, isn't there? Let's face it. No offence to our Californian listeners, but it's going to happen one day. It's pretty much inevitable. You know, but then your fires and that, they're the more common ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
You get lucky with the earthquake.
Yeah, fire. You could do that yourself.
Yeah.
You haven't got to sit around waiting for the perfect geographical conditions.
Nope.
So the World's Fairs, this is the last bit of evidence. These are allegedly held in the late 1800s and early 1900s, not to showcase innovation, but to show off recovered Tartarian architecture before demolishing it.
Why demolish it there?
Why?
And the World's Fair.
They still do the World's Fair.
But to do all that, wouldn't there be an easier way to distract people from you knocking a building down?
I mean, some of these fucking World Fairs were amazing, to be fair. Especially the Chicago one. We've got a picture of it here.
Yeah,
That's pretty epic.
It's amazing.
Tony Stark's dad was there.
Look at that.
I mean, to be fair, right, that does not look like something you'd see in Chicago, is it? That's ancient Rome, isn't it? That. If you showed me that picture, I'd go, yeah, someone's mocked up ancient Rome.
Well, what it was actually meant to, it was meant to celebrate Columbus, apparently.
Well, I just think... So you're telling me that style of architecture actually comes from a shitty arse end part of Russia
Yes.
in the Middle Ages
Yes.
and was built with energy weapon machinery?
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
And then they transported it here, and then they said, look what we can do.
And they bust in orphans.
Busting orphans.
Busting some orphans. Right. And then they showed this off. Said, look at this, aren't we great?
Yeah.
Look what we did.
Yeah.
And then they knock it all down.
Right. And when the original settlers who left Europe to go to America, when they got there, they just stumbled across this.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow.
Look at that.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's bollocks, isn't it?
So, erased history and fake wars. Some claim that major wars like World War One and the Napoleonic Wars were in part fought to destroy Tartarian remnants.
And World War II, bombing all the buildings, of course. You got to bomb them Tartarian buildings.
Surely there was fucking easier ways to do it. Cheaper ways. God, the human cost. They really don't want us to know about these Tartarians, do they?
And that's historical revisionism. Theorists suggest the elite fabricated world history, including dynasties and empires, to erase Tartaria's legacy. Many cite inconsistencies in old maps, photos, or texts as evidence of tampering.
Couldn't just be evidence of improving at making maps.
No, it couldn't just be evidence of everyone doing their own thing when it came to maps. Going, I think that looks like that. Because a captain I know sailed along it once and said it was squiggly.
Yeah. Well, still, I'll have an open mind. Could be true.
Well, it's suppression of technology. The free energy and advanced knowledge of Tartaria was supposedly suppressed by groups like the Vatican, the Freemasons, or other elites. So, like, the Freemasons, are they, just as they claim, a bunch of guys who do charity work? Or are they secretly running the fucking world?
I don't know. I think they might be able to influence a local judge.
I think if you're a Mason, you're less likely to get done for something.
Yeah, I think they look after each other, don't
They
they?
do look after each other.
But I don't know if they're sacrificing, animals or children or, I don't know if they're that hardcore. I don't know if they're got their tentacles of power in the local government. I mean, have you had any sniffing round you?
I've been asked to join.
Well, there you go. Maybe they do control everything. Who knows?
You got to memorise this whole big fucking chunk of text and recite it and a thing. I was like, I ain't got time to do that. But the offer's still there.
Well, look at all the riches that you could,
You could be our inside man.
Yeah.
I know, but then I get killed.
Well, as long as you don't talk. Or go to
Well,
the
they don't
police.
listen to the podcast, don't they?
No. Well, they
If you get
probably
enough evidence and we'll release it.
Yeah, and I'll be killed.
We could
It's
do
too
it.
late then. Why would they kill you? You've released all the evidence.
I'll just get found,
You-
I'll get found
that's
in
why
an
people
hotel
do it.
having I'll get found in an hotel
Oh.
having a strangle wank.
It's worth it for the truth.
I don't want to be fucking framed up in a
You'll-
suicide /
Mate,
strangle
once
You'll
you've
be
released it,
remembered
you're
as a-
safe.
You're not, no.
You are.
You'll be
These
remembered
whistle-
as a hero.
These whistleblowers always die.
Everyone will know you didn't really strangle wank to death with a bullet hole in the back of your head.
If anyone ever says I strangle wank myself to death, it's a fucking lie.
Isn't that the thing? Something that someone who's definitely going to strangle wank them to death would say, just to make it look like they hadn't strangled wank themselves to death.
No.
Oh, now I'm confused.
Just trust me on this.
Okay.
I'm not into it.
Right. Okay.
I don't like things or I might die.
It's fair enough.
You're not going to shoot yourself twice in the back of the head.
No, I'm definitely not going to do that. Or 5 times in the chest.
Just wear an undercover camera, go and join them, and we'll have a huge YouTube hit.
No, it's
And then they might put a hit on you. But,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's okay, just go film inside the thing.
No.
I'll edit it all and do all
Once I've
that.
been I can't betray the lodge once I've been accepted in.
You can betray the lodge.
Yeah.
Fuck the lodge. Get in there, have a snoot around and everything, open the cupboards, open a few drawers.
Oh, great, yeah. Sounds fantastic. I don't see what's in this for me apart from getting killed.
It'll be a great video.
The truth, Ben.
The truth, and we'll get lots of YouTube hits.
But I won't get to enjoy any of the benefits of this.
Make sure you look at you point your camera at all the weird shit on the wall. You know.
I'm not going to get to enjoy any of
Secret
this.
ceremonies.
Why do you want to enjoy becoming a weird hood-wearing freak who controls it? Oh, control. That's it.
Perhaps he's not the best man to send
No,
in.
because he actually wants to join. Ben, you coming back out with the footage?
Yeah. I'll get it to you sometime.
Yeah. Just, will you leave me alone?
It won't be the
actually?
ones bumped off.
Yeah, he tries to impress him by saying
Yeah.
there's 2 pricks outside spying on you.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I've got some evidence. Meet us under that bridge at midnight.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you've both been strangled to death.
Well, I just want to say, if anyone finds me strangle-wanked to death, it might have been me. I can't promise.
Mike, what about you?
You know. Never say never.
Theorists claim this knowledge is now hoarded and used covertly while the rest of humanity is kept in a technologically backward state. And Nikola Tesla is often linked to these ideas. It claims that he rediscovered Tartarian technology. So they can't even give Tesla any fucking credit for just being an all-round genius.
Maybe he did discover some ancient...
I suppose he just had to back-engineer it.
Was he ever into archaeology?
I've no idea. Tesla's mainly electricity, isn't he?
Maybe it came to him in an electrical fever dream.
He did claim to have these weird dreams where ideas were given to him.
Well, there you go. Giving them to him by the because they knew he was the only brain that could comprehend it and build the machines.
Yeah, maybe.
A topic you might enjoy, Gaz. It's been linked to giants as well.
Excellent. Now I'm in.
Some proponents believe Tartarians were giants or coexisted with giants, drawing on supposed 19th century newspaper articles about giant skeletons found in North America or Eurasia, many of which are hoaxes or misreported fossil finds.
Why didn't they build the building? Oh,
The giant
shame,
doors
big
as well.
There are a lot of big doors.
There
in this
are.
world.
There are a lot of big doors, but at the same time, big doors look imposing and, you know, makes it stand out, doesn't it? Look at the size of that door.
Regal.
Shut that door.
Shut that door, you big giant bastard.
Shut that door, Everard.
The fucking draft's massive. Like a fucking hurricane.
I mean, it just looks impressive, doesn't it?
Mm.
I suppose, and that's us at the end. You know, we could, you know, we're really good at building stuff and adding these touches. I
We
think
were.
the giant doors set it off.
For the mud flood. They're clearly for giants.
Maybe we just like big doors.
They might be for giants. They're big. I mean, why would you build a really big door?
Because it looks fucking impressive.
I suppose, but also maybe because you've got a giant mate. I'm just saying they might have been for giants.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm swallowing the propaganda and the remains they found of.
They're not fake.
Just saying, one of the logical reasons as to why one would build giant doors is for a giant person to enter through them.
Wow.
It's a possibility.
You can't rule it out, can you?
No, can't rule out giants.
So,
I've seen one, Andre.
that's true. He was definitely a Nephilim.
Yeah.
What about map and cartographic anomalies? Old maps that label vast regions as Tartary or Great Tartary are taken as literal evidence of a unified empire.
I think that's pushing it a bit, isn't it? It's not literal evidence, is it?
No. No. Missing or changed geography, lands shown in the Arctic or Antarctica are seen as suppressed or hidden areas of the ancient world. And isn't there something to do with the Antarctica, where there's a really old map, and it shows a landmass being there. And when they've looked at it with satellites and they've worked out where the landmass ends and the ice begins, apparently what they think the landmass looks like under the ice matches pretty damn closely with this really old map.
Right.
So it's always to say, well, hey, you know, the ice wasn't always there.
Well, it's a remnant from the Ice Age, is it not?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it wasn't. I mean, the Earth has cooled down and warmed up, and you had a mini ice age in it was like the 13th century, something like that. Global temperatures dropped, harvests failed, temperatures dropped.
Oh God, I don't want another one of them.
But then again, isn't that ice there millions of fucking years old? So,
I don't know.
well, that's what they're telling us.
All I know about it is the Nazi bases. I don't really know anything else about Antarctica. I know there's
Just
secret Nazi bases, and they did experiments there.
And they've have real powered flying saucers.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's where he was trying to get to. That's where he planned to escape to.
Well, I know he went to Argentina.
He had to go there because something stopped. The original plan was to go to Antarctica and to give himself a robotic body.
Right.
They had the technology there, steam powered.
Could he was just his brain in the body?
In a jar.
In a jar in the body?
Yeah, that was the plan.
I thought it was because he was going to go to Hollow Earth.
Yeah. All of that's true.
God, I've got to write that book. You know, I just link every single conspiracy theory into one giant conspiracy.
Yes.
Now, historians and scientists overwhelmingly reject the Tartarian theory as pseudo-history, and key criticisms include misunderstood architecture, like elaborate buildings of the 19th century, like the Beaux Arts or Baroque revival styles, were built by known architects with detailed records.
Falsified.
That's the
Mud flood misunderstandings. Windows or doors at ground level are often due to city street elevation changes over time.
Or basements.
Yeah. Selective map interpretation. Tartary is a broad geographic descriptor, not an empire. It appears in Western maps largely because of limited information. So we don't know what it is. Tartary. Fabricated or misread photos. Theorists often use manipulated or out of context images. And there is a lack of primary sources, which is what history's about, isn't it? Primary sources. People writing that were there at the time.
Yeah, but history has been rewritten, isn't it?
Well, I know. I'm just saying
We've
that
been
that's
taught the false history.
That's. I mean, yes, the propaganda has obviously destroyed those primary sources.
Yeah.
There are no secondary sources.
Then now it's just fake primary sources. But that's how history should work, isn't it?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So why people believe? Well, it appeals to those disillusioned with mainstream narratives. It taps into distrust of authority and education, or a desire for hidden truths or lost golden ages, fascination with ancient mysteries and architectural grandeur, and an aesthetic appreciation of lost art and architecture.
Or it's the lie to us about fucking everything under the sun. That's why no one trusts these cunts anymore.
This is true, but that still doesn't mean I believe that cities were just found.
No, I think it's a bit much for me, this one.
Mud flood. Yeah, I think I've made my mind up.
Technically I'm on the fence, but I'm heavily leaning towards its bollocks.
While I think that it is entirely plausible that civilizations existed before the one we have now, I think that it's the reason we don't know is because there's fuck all left. The way the earth moves, there's earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes, natural disasters, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah.
You know, so, and, you know, as the Silurian hypothesis, that kind of ties into this a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We don't know it's there
Yeah.
because it's been fucking destroyed by the earth and stuff's gone over it. I don't for one second think that all of a sudden, oh, there was a mud flood and all the people died, but the buildings are still here.
The hardest part for me to swallow is that people just, landed in America, heading along up to the Chicago area and like, oh look,
Yeah.
an incredibly beautiful city beyond anything we're capable of building.
Let's live there.
Let's not tell anyone. Let's fill it full of orphans. Absolute fucking
Send in the orphan trains.
codswallop.
Like I say, so I don't think it's out of the blue to think that civilizations exist, but I don't think we'd find anything. I think it's too long. It's going on to the 19th century, isn't it? So you're telling me the British Empire, at its peak, when Britannia ruled the waves, never encountered the Tartarian Empire at all?
No.
Not when we were fighting in the 13 colonies.
We kept it
Not
quiet.
when we were fighting in India. We just had this...
They were long gone. Were they? Were they long gone?
Yeah, but the buildings are supposedly just there,
Yeah.
pristine.
Yeah.
The Napoleonic War was fought to destroy Tartarian buildings.
Yeah.
Well, it's a false history, of course. British Empire's all false.
You're
Oh
right
God,
there.
of course it is, yeah.
We keep forgetting.
You're right there, this is false.
Everything we know is false. So there was a Tartarian Empire up until the 19th century.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give my official verdict for this one is bollocks, I'm afraid. I'm a big believer in ancient, civilizations and lost civilizations and stuff, but I can't believe that, like, Chicago was just there, and then there's all these buildings that were just built around it and ignored it, and just killed people and burnt them, and
the Indians ever thought, the Native Americans ever thought, let's live in that.
yeah, and wasn't it overrun with them when you got there?
Yeah, the orphans had to fight them out. They're plucky, these orphans.
Send in the first wave.
Is that in the first wave of orphans?
Who'd love that?
No, I wouldn't.
Orphan commander.
Cracking the whip and firing the gun with the other hand.
And then we stood there in my father's field marshal's uniform and
Send the
directing
orphans.
squads. Send in the next wave.
Who are we kidding? He'd gun down the Indians with a machine gun as they ran.
Wow, you actually accusing me of being a war criminal, hypothetically. Wow. Wow.
This is our found city from Tartaria. Savages.
Hang on, there was no Geneva Convention back then. Technically, it's not a war crime.
Ah, look, he soon turned around.
I still wouldn't do it anyway.
He soon be cranked
Now he
in
knows
it.
he won't get hanged for it.
I wouldn't do it anyway because I would even the honour of the combat, sir.
Bollocks,
Right.
you shoot him in the back.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I'd say turn around, sir, and I'd shoot them in the front.
Preferred if they were asleep.
Oh, excellent. Well, yeah. Well, I think on that
Enough
note-
of my character assassination. I'm actually alright, you know, I'm a nice person. Raise a lot of money for charity, you know.
It's on the front.
Yeah. It still doesn't take away from your fantasies of being a ruler.
Well, that's why they're fantasies.
A bloody murderous
I've
ruler.
never said anything about committing genocide.
Except against the French.
You can't
Which
make
is
an omelette.
understandable.
Did you want to wipe out every major religion?
I want to encourage a secular community, a secular society, yes.
Courage.
Encourage it with fire from the sky.
No, because that's just going to burn my own cities down. Don't want to do that for.
Mine. Well.
And you can rewrite your own history. Can't
Oh,
you?
God.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm actually descended from the
I
last,
was literally just about to say.
from the last of the Tartarian emperors. It's all true.
You're like a bit of a Mongol.
Well, there's your
Wow.
book. You can write it.
Yeah.
Your alternative history.
Alternative history. Fantastic.
Well.
Well, I've been Ben. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't listen to the false propaganda.
I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. With the force be with you.
I've been Gaz. Free Biff Tannen. Goodbye.